of the year. I really wanted to like the book, you know, as we all do, but I just didn't like it. I liked it like up to like the 75% mark, and then all of a sudden it was like the writer changed the like writing style and was like rushing the ending kind of, um and like changing some of the characters like really really drastically. So I just did not care for it towards the end. But that book is Meet Me in Bombay by Jenny Ashcroft. No, that's not to say there's anything wrong with the book or the writer. It just wasn't my cup of tea, but I loved it up until that 75% mark, and if it had ended there, I probably would have been happy. Um, or like wrapped up there, I guess. But instead, uh, the so basically, I should explain. So basically, the book follows Maddie Bright and Luke Devereaux, and at the beginning of the book, it's a dream that Luke is having, and he has amnesia now from being um, in the army and like some trauma, and it causes him to get amnesia, and so he cannot remember his life prior to waking up in the hospital. And he keeps having these dreams about this strange woman who turns out to be Maddie, and but of course he doesn't know that until the end, presumably. I don't know because I didn't finish it, but like so then it flips to like how they met and like their love story, them getting married and all of that stuff, and then like him going away to fight in the war. It's like 1914, so it's World War One, and so like I loved them falling in love, and I loved him like trying to remember, and like the historical it was very accurate, like historically, is what I'm trying to say. Like he dealt with a lot of like stigma of like having amnesia and like the different things that come with that, and like they didn't know about PTSD in 1914. And then like a lot of his friends in hospital were dealing with like their own similar like physical injuries and like mental trauma, and so like the doctors didn't really understand, but he winds up in like a very understanding, more modern hospital where they're trying to understand and like do their best. So I liked those aspects, but like towards that 75% mark, Maddie's family, this is going to be full of spoilers, so like stop watching if you don't want spoilers and you actually want to read the book. But anyway, so towards that 75% mark, like they all think, like Maddie and her whole family and his family think that he is dead because he doesn't remember, so no one has been notified that he's actually alive, and they're all pushing her to move on, and I did not like that. And I had previously liked the other character who has been in love with her for like her entire life, but it was almost like it seemed like the writer felt like he should be made into a villain, because she was like replacing him with Luke, which is like everyone was like, oh, you're not replacing him, it's fine. But she kind of was, like that's exactly what she was doing, but she didn't want to, but she felt like she had to, so she did. And like suddenly that guy, the other guy whose name happens to be Guy, is a villain, and like suddenly he's racist and like very controlling and possessive, and he had not previously been any of those things. So I was like, at that point I was done with it, and like this book made me cry multiple times, and I read it in like the most bleakest part of winter, so I was like, I need to stop and I need to read something else. So I guess that was another reason why I didn't like it. It was just incredibly sad, as it should be, being a book about World War One, but it wasn't what I wanted. Like, I loved it up until that point, but then I was like, no. So yeah, but like it's good. Like if you want to read it and you want to sob, then go for it. But it just was not my cup of tea. But yeah, I will leave it linked down below if you want to check it out. And I am thankful for NetGalley, and I believe it was St.Martin that sent it to me. So, like, thank you, but it just wasn't, towards the end, it wasn't what I wanted. So, I stopped reading it. But I still gave it a review and was like, I liked it to this point. So, but that is pretty much all. This was just kind of a ramble, but yeah, how long is this video? 6 minutes. So 6 minutes of rambling, but it was my thoughts on Meet Me in Bombay by Jenny Ashcroft. Again, I'm not like hating on this book. You can't like everything, you know? So, but I guess I will see you soon in the next video. So, yeah. Bye from me and Nyx.